Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. It's Claudia Moss. If you're new here, if you are a returning subscriber, thank you so much for coming back. I appreciate you. Besitos y abracitos a todo el mundo. In this video, I've come to share with you the day that I had and the Moss family had. We laid to rest a patriarch, the last patriarch of the Moss family. The older generation has all passed away, and my father was the last. He was the baby boy of a family of 3 sons. My grandfather, my father's father, was in himself a genius, a strong black man at a time when other people were suffering and leaving here during the Great Depression. But my grandfather was strong enough to keep his family together and purchase land and maintain that land from his time to my time. He was phenomenal, and combined with my grandmother, those two, the patriarch and the matriarch, formed a solid basis for the Moss family. I absolutely loved my uncles. I had my oldest uncle was Uncle Eddie. My middle uncle was Uncle Junior, but some of us called him Uncle Willie, the nieces and nephews. And my father was Uncle Claude. But as I like to say, for the other two, they were Unca Eddie and Unca Willie, because I didn't say uncle, I said Unca. I guess it's a Southern thing. But my father was put to rest today after 87 wonderful years of life. He would have been 88 on January 23rd. But Spirit saw fit to call him home on December 30th, 2020. And on that day, he took his last ride up a long country road. Beautiful, a road he rode many, many times. And on December 30th, last Wednesday, he rode up that road, not nearly as far as he usually, on most good days, as far as he would go, but he came back somewhere between his property, our property, and the next property, which was my Cuntot and Cun Walters homestead. And he turned around and started slowly making his way back down the road. Nobody knew that it was his last day. A cousin of the family rode by and blew and waved at him. And my father raised his hand, his cousin said, and waved at him. But he said he seemed to be riding slowly. And I'm sure he probably was feeling that time had shifted and gone into a waterlog mode where everything seemed to slow down exceedingly slow. He was making it back. All of his energy was intent on making it home. And he had enough energy to come off that road, cross that yard. His energy level was going down. And when he got to the front of the house, he stopped the bike, was getting off, fell face down into the yard, and physically never stood again because he died in his front yard, December 30th. So my stepmother turned him over, wiped his head. He was sweating profusely, signs of a heart attack. Put a pillow under his head, put blankets atop his body, and began the long wait for paramedics to come. So it was 2 hours before paramedics could arrive. And when they arrived, the family said they did everything that they could to try and bring him back, but he never came back. His spirit went on to a celestial realm, to a spiritual realm that was ready to welcome him home. So he's there. His spirit is wherever it is, and he has joined his parents, his brothers, and his first wife, my mother, Clementine, in the place that is unseen, but is very real. Many of the Moss family met up today for his funeral, which was held outside in the cold rain. It was so cold, but people came out to celebrate my father and wish his spirit well. The casket was opened. People were masked up. Some of the children were running without masks. But we came, and they came, and they stood. And I sat in my sister's truck right near the tent where everything was set up, and we listened to the pastor eulogize my father. As I watched him and looked at him and went and took a photo, I knew it was the remains of my father. I knew that spiritually his animating force was not there. So I knew somehow there was a comfort zone that said it was okay. It's okay, Claudia. Because when he hit that ground, I feel he knew he was gone. He was leaving. And even though the family didn't tell us, or me, didn't tell me that he had been speaking about what he wanted to have on at his funeral, that he felt like he didn't have much time left, I feel that if they had just said that the family could have come and marshaled around him and stood around him to let him know how much he was loved. But without that knowledge, we had to take it as it came, that he's gone. And we had to know that the last time that we were with him, that last time was the last time, and that was going to have to be sufficient. Now, my last time was when my twin brother and I took on a DIY project of screening in his front porch. And he had said to me one night as we were talking outside that he wanted a screened-in front porch. And when he said it with such conviction that he knew he would get it. Now, he's 87. He spoke his wish to the universe, and his wish was my command. And I knew spiritually that I was supposed to bring his wish to fruition with my twin brother. And I solicited his support and his skill. And he joined with me for the twins to bring him the gift of a screened-in front porch so he could sit outside and read the Bible and just enjoy, as he said to my baby sister, watching the world go by. He was very poetic. My father was an orator from his heart. And I feel I am an orator although I've had other people to tell me that. I know that in my heart of hearts, I know that I am an orator. And I love speaking. I love communicating. I love reaching out to people, just like my father, and speaking whenever he had the opportunity, because speaking is one way to give the love in my heart to someone else, to you. My father he didn't get very far in school, he didn't go to college, but yet he was a very educated man, self-educated, self-taught, and he could talk to you about anything. And politics and the Bible were two of his favorite subjects. He kept his wit and his memory to the very end. He could tell you anything about 1958 and what happened in his family and what was going on in the world. He was sharp. Alzheimer's was not his issue, nor was being in a hospital somewhere laid up with tubes running and unable to do anything, or sitting in a funeral parlor, or sitting in a nursing home. My father rode his adult bicycle with the 3 wheels and the torque up his country road in front of his house once a day, sometimes twice. And I rode with him. And my sister, one of my sisters rode the most with him. And I have clips of good times with him riding his bike. But so yesterday was heavy, as far as knowing that the hearse that held the remains in front of us was my father, my last parent. My mother died a long time ago when I was in the 10th grade, but I still love her. Yes! That's my family downstairs, and I'm at my sister's house. So, and I'm so glad we came together as a family. I thank my cousins so much coming out of Connecticut. Thank you, cousins, for coming to stand with us. Thank you, cousins, also in Connecticut who couldn't come, but you came and you were there in the heart. You were there in the spirit. Thank you so much. It means so much to have family together and to go in the old family house and go in and realize that this is Grandma and Granddaddy's house, and then to take our children to see it all. It was just amazing. It was amazing, and I'm just so glad we came together. Yes! Okay! And I'm so glad we came together to put my father away lovingly and together, because it makes all the difference. Family is everything. Everything. This little blue flower was given to all the girls in the family by my sister via friendship with my oldest sister for many years. Her name is Queen, and quite fittingly so, she is a queen. And she gave us this flower to bring all the sisters together in solidarity. Why? Because my father had said, I didn't know he had said this, he wanted not to be buried in black and white. He wanted to be buried in blue. And this is why I wear the blue flower. My oldest sister said, let us wear blue. And this dress is the only dress that I had with blue in it. And I thought about wearing a blue wig, but I chose this black one instead. The blue wig I'll wear tomorrow, but I was like, okay, Claudia, it might be a little much to give them blue hair, but this is a mask that my sister made, and if you look on my vlog channel, she is there on my vlog channel, and she's talking about her business on my vlog channel, and she made us all masks. Isn't that wonderful? And that's Boss Moss right there. It's my dad, because he had a bike club, and one of my younger sisters, Glenda, and you all know her, she planned, if you look back on my vlog channel, Claudia's Universe Vlogs, she planned the Boss Moss Bike Club, and of course my dad was Boss Moss, so there's a picture of him on his bike right there. And then this says, in loving memory of Claude Moss Sr. Isn't that cute? And this is the obituary that my sisters put together along with myself. My sisters, Glenda, Diane, and myself put this together. Glenda created the beauty of the program and quite a bit of the writing, and my sister and I helped with the editing and a little bit of the writing, and this is great. And my brother Delton found a picture of my dad, and he looks just like my dad. Oh my gosh. So this was amazing, and all of these pictures on the back are family pictures of times when we were celebrating my dad's life. My dad got the military salute. Oh my goodness, because my dad served in the Korean conflict. Guys, I know it's a pandemic, but I want you to respect it, of course, but get out if you can. Mask up, sanitize your hands and everything around you, and get out and share love with your loved ones. Social distancing is a must. Maybe you have to remember that you cannot hug anyone. Do the elbow bump or the fist if you like, but get out and see your loved ones. You'll never know when it's the last time. Get out, see them, tell them how much you love them, call them. Don't wait. I waited because I waited for a long time at the end because I wanted to have my dad talk to his cousin. A cousin who is 80 something, just like my dad, except he's younger. And he wanted to talk to my dad and tell him that he loved him and that he was his favorite cousin. But I waited because I wanted my cousin Sophie to join me with calling my dad and then putting his cousin on the line, and we have a beautiful conversation. But it just never happened, and that's one regret that I'm going to have to learn to let go, because things happen as they do, and then we learn lessons from how they happen. Don't wait. Show your love every day. Show up every day, and there will be no regrets. If you love someone, tell them. The last words my father said to me were, thank you. Thank you. Thank you for the porch. He didn't say thank you for the porch, but I knew that his thank you was for the porch. because it had brought his dream to manifestation right there before his eyes. And I saw my brother put it together, and my brother is amazing with his skill. Now you will see that on my vlog channel, where my brother and I joined with my family and put together his porch, his screened-in porch. I put up the first vlog sharing that experience on my vlog channel on the day that he passed. I didn't know he was going to pass that last Wednesday, but I stayed up all night Tuesday editing that vlog, and on Wednesday it was up. He was talking and laughing and enjoying himself. And I have the other part of that vlog that I'm going to put up. So you just never know. Pick up the phone. You never know. You never know. If you got this far in the video, thank you so much. I love you. I would love to have you join with me on this channel and experience more of what I'm going to give you in 2021, more of what we can share together, and let's just do it. Let's just have a great time and share of ourselves. If you've lost someone in 2020, my heart goes out to you. So let's be present in 2021 and show up for ourselves and for other people, and for our loved ones. We just don't know. We just don't know when that last time will be. Enjoy every day as if it were your last, because you never know. Don't wait for anything. Get with it, plan it, and do it, and don't plan too long. That's just how it is. Life is wonderful. I'm not going to say it's short. I'm going to say live it to the fullest. So I'm wishing you all the best in 2021. I'll say, I'll miss you, Father. I never called him Father. I'll miss you, Daddy. But you know, I will always love you, no matter what. No matter what happened, no matter what you did or didn't do, I'll always love you. And goodbye in 2020 to Eric Jerome Dickey. Nope, in 2021. Eric Jerome Dickey made it to this year and left. I loved Eric Jerome Dickey's writing. He was quite a handsome writer too. So I wish your spirit well also at all the lives that left in 2020. Your light will stand to remind me and all of us to get up and live this life. Okay guys, if you made it this far, thank you so much. I love you. I wish you peace and love always.